Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to use the embroidery program Stitch Era Universal to combine multiple designs and also to add lettering that you have purchased in embroidery font packs. I'm going to come over here to create a new file, and I like using the wizard. It's going to show you the designs that I've been working on previously, but I'm going to go to quick start and select my fabric. I'm designing a t-shirt, so I'm going to go with the knits, and you can pull this little black arrow down to select what brand of machine you have so that it shows only the models pertinent to your machine rather than having to scroll through every single model of every single machine. I have a Brother PE 770, so I locate that machine and select the size of hoop that I want to use for this project. So then it will open up a window for me to use. This is exactly the size of hoop that I have to work with, so I know I can't make my design any bigger than this. I'm going to be making a Halloween shirt today, and I am using an applique design that I have purchased. So I'm going to come over here to Designs and select Machine Format. I have all of my embroidery designs sorted into folders so that they are easier to search and find. So I'm going to go down to my Halloween folder, and I know that I want to use this mummy. And when I purchased this mummy, it came with all of these different variations and different colors and sizes. So I'm just going to pick the color scheme that I like, and I want it to be a 4x4. So you can see where it shows up the size there at the bottom of the description. So I just drag and drop it right in there, and it's going to put it in, and I will position it in the hoop where I would like for it to go. So that's the applique design that I purchased. That's already all designed and ready to go, but I want to personalize it. I want to be able to add some lettering that's going to stitch out all at once rather than have to reposition the hoop or do it separately. So I'm going to go back to Designs, and I'm going to open up my fonts folder. And these are all the fonts that I have purchased as embroidery font packs. Using the True Type fonts on Stitch Era is a whole separate thing. But these are fonts that I have purchased, and for this application I know which font I want to use, and it is this one called Veggie Burger. When you purchase a font pack, it's going to come with all the special characters and the lowercase letters and numbers and uppercase letters. And in this particular instance, each letter comes in a 1-inch, 2-inch, and 3-inch size. You can edit it further, but at least all the basic stitch settings are there for the sizes that you need. So I'm just going to click on the letter that I want and drag it over. I'm not going to worry about the color at this point. It's easier to edit the color later, in my opinion. So I put in the first letter, go back to Design, Machine Format, and just drag and drop all the letters as I need them. I'm using all of the 1-inch letters, and then I can always change the size as I go. I'm just kind of eyeballing the spacing between the letters. I'm going to be able to edit this further after I get all the letters in. So I've got the word love all set. So just this word, I want to make sure that all of the letters are justified so that they're not kind of bumpy, wavy up and down. So I'm going to select all of the letters in the word love, and I'm going to come up here underneath Layout. And Stitch Era is a dynamic program, so it changes the toolbars at the top based on what it anticipates you're going to want to do. And I don't want to center these letters to the mummy design. I want to center these letters to each other. So I'm going to go up to Object and click on Bottom Justify, and it will automatically line up the bottom of all the letters. I could do it to the left and it's going to move all the letters to line up to the far left. I can center them. Oh, wow, okay, I need to undo what I did there so that I don't mess it all up. Okay, I can move them to a top justification so it aligns the top of all the letters. So you can do some crazy things, but I want to keep it simple. Align it to the bottom of just that word. Next word. Okay, now with the word my, well, first I want to move it over a little bit so that it's centered better. With the letter Y having that dip low, when you do that layout to object and select the bottom, it doesn't work because it's going to line up the bottom of both letters. So with the letter Y and those letters that go down into the basement, you just have to adjust them manually. And one more word there. As far as the spacing in between the letters, to make sure that they're perfectly spaced in between each one, I haven't found a secret for that. Maybe one exists, but I just kind of eyeball it. You can certainly zoom in really close by using this zoom button here at the bottom, or by using the scroll wheel of your mouse, and you can zoom in really closely, and the program gives you some guide dots all up and down as a grid so that you can adjust your letters in that way. But I just kind of use my eyeball. Okay, now you see that the word mummy is too big. It goes up into the green to overlap, and the Y dips down outside of the stitching area. So I'm going to select all of the letters in the word mummy, and well, first I'm going to select the letters without the letter Y, because then I can adjust those letters to each other. Gotta get all the right letters there. Nope. Okay, select the whole word mummy, and you can click on any of the corners and just drag it down to resize it down. Looks like I need to take it in a little bit further so that it fits. Now, I've resized this, so I need to resize the other ones a little bit so that it's a little more in focus here. And I can kind of drag this one, this M next to this M, so I can judge whether they're about the same size or not. And they are pretty darn close. So I'm going to leave it. For me, it's okay if they're slightly different in size. I really don't think my 4-year-old is going to be taking a ruler to the letter M to making sure that they're exactly within an 1/8 inch of each other. But you can certainly be a little more scientific. Now, the last thing that I want to show you how to do is how to change the color on your lettering that you've selected. I'm going to come over here to the Object Manager, and it will show me each color change in each stitch that the machine is going to do. So in this purchase design, you see first it's going to do the tacking down for the backing, and then, or the guideline for the backing, then the tacking down, and then, you know, over and over for each of the applique areas. And then here comes all of the lettering that I did for each letter. You can select each letter to edit each one individually, but I'm going to click on the top one, hold down the shift, and click on the bottom one to select them all. When I select all of the letters, this option comes up to change the color. And so that is what I want to do. And it's numbered based on the kind of thread that I use. And so I'm going to select number 4, which is black. And so now my lettering has switched to the color black. So those are just some basic things for you to combine two designs. You can add in your lettering that you have purchased, or you can just combine two designs without using lettering. If I wanted to do another Halloween design and use this purchased Happy Halloween, I could just drag that in there and edit it however I want. Okay, so I've deleted all that lettering that I did, and I just want to straight up combine two designs. So I'm going to bring this Happy Halloween back over here, and I want to rotate it so that it goes sideways for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy like that. So I'm going to click the control button while my cursor is at a corner, and that's going to bring you that little twirly option so that you can twirl this to whatever kind of angle that you want. You can bring that in there. And so I can resize it by clicking on the corners. I can rotate by hitting the control button, and it'll give me the arrow, the curly arrow when I'm on the corner, and I can rotate the design to any degree that I want. And I know how to change the color by coming over here to the Object Manager. So I hope that has helped you. Thanks very much for your time.